The air curdles as a hulking figure enters from the darkness. Typhus, host of the Destroyer Hive, strides into the chittering madness of the Genestealer Gauntlet, and the Genestealers hiss and circle. But as the plague smoke rolls from his armor like a sickly fog, even the Genestealers, creatures bred to be perfect predators, feel the wrongness that seeps from Typhus. Typhus raises his scythe and storms forward, and we look forward to another episode of the Genestealer Gauntlet. Each competitor will face endless waves of Genestealers with only their raw stats and abilities as well as their faction rule. No enhancements, no stratagems, and no detachment abilities. Today's challenger is Typhus, equipped with Lacrimae. His Eater Plague ability will probably come into play in the harder rounds, but the Destroyer Hive and Nurgle's Gift are going to make it hard for the Genestealers to hit him, and even when they do, he's a tough cookie. And just as a quick aside, look how colourful I made all the bugs on his back. How beautiful and cute. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and thank you for your continued support. Also check out the Patreon and Discord in the video description. Let's begin. The thick disease fog permeates the room quickly, but Typhus steps through this to face the Genestealers head on. And the Genestealers lunge as one, a tidal wave of claws and desperate hunger. Typhus answers their attack with one of his own, a single sweeping arc of Lacrimae. 6 hits, 6 wounds, and no saves made. The 5 Genestealers are cleaved apart, and the insects begin feasting on their flesh. Typhus continues his slow march through the mulch of dead Genestealers. Typhus wades deeper into the horde, his scythe humming with plague-spewing energy. He aims Lacrimae at the Genestealers and swipes once again. 4 hits, 4 wounds, and no saves. 4 Genestealers fall, their bodies dissolving into bubbling rot. But one Genestealer manages to jump out of the way of the cursed blade. The swarm strikes back, and the Genestealer slashes out at Typhus. But its claws skitter harmlessly across Typhus's corroded Terminator armor. He then responds with a contemptuous backhanded sweep and lays the last Genestealer of the round down low. The big man is making big moves and has started very strongly. Typhus pauses, seeing the swarm grow in number, forces his hand, and the bells on his armor ring out. A wave of corpse green energy erupts from what's left of his soul, the Eater Plague, a psychic detonation of pure rot. 2 Genestealers are immediately liquefied. Then Typhus calmly marches into the rest of the horde. Typhus wields his enormous weapon with unnatural skill and performs another deadly swing, which kills 3 more Genestealers. But now the Genestealers are wound up and they're able to deal out some damage of their own. 14 hits, manages 3 wounds, but Typhus can only save 1 of these. He drops down to 4 wounds, but Nurgle's Gift is making it hard for the Genestealers to find their mark. 10 more hits from the Genestealers land only 2 wounds, but Typhus fails both of these saves. Poor saving rolls from Nurgle's Chosen, a wasted opportunity. The Lord of Contagion growls as blood and pus leak from the ruptured armor. Typhus won't make the same mistake twice, and this time he responds with brutal efficiency. The last 5 Genestealers are dismembered and strewn around the floor. More food for the bugs. Typhus's aura of decay hardens around him as he prepares for another round of deadly combat. Typhus unleashes another Eater Plague and 1 Genestealer dies, screaming as its organs turn to sludge. He steps forward into the sickness which has now filled the entire gauntlet completely and prepares for combat again. He swings Lacrimae with an injured, desperate fury, and 4 more Genestealers fall down dead. But there's a relentlessness now about the Genestealers. Maybe they're affected by Nurgle's plague. 16 deep slashes cause 2 wounds, and Typhus only saves 1 of these. Typhus drops to only 1 wound now, and the alarm bells are ringing. He's tough, but his saves haven't been great. Can he turn his luck around? 12 hits this time, which cause 5 wounds, and Typhus manages 4 saves. A single claw slips through and finds a gap in the hulking armour. A better saving roll, but not good enough, unfortunately. The claw pierces rotten flesh and takes Typhus's final wound away from him. With a claw stuck in his body, he takes one last wild swing at the Genestealers, overwhelming him, and wipes out 3 of them. Typhus falls to 1 knee, and the 2 Genestealers swarm him like ants over a corpse. Typhus, Herald of Nurgle, has finally been brought down, but not before he carved a plague-ridden path through the gauntlet. Papa Nurgle is almost certainly not finished with him yet, but we are, and his time in the gauntlet is over. Typhus has killed 63 Genestealers. These Chaos Champions have really raised the bar when it comes to killing Genestealers. Where does that place him on the leaderboard? Just below Gazgul, but above Karn. Not a bad little place to nestle yourself on the leaderboard. You'd have to think that Nurgle will be happy with that placement. Being the second best Chaos God is okay, isn't it? And don't forget to like and subscribe and keep suggesting those models. Please also check out the Discord and Patreon in the video description. We will see you next time.